Okay, so I don't know what happened to my sample website that we were using, so I'm just going to use mine. It had crashed on me, and it normally auto saves, and it just didn't. I don't even know. So we were on inserting links, and so we were trying to add another link of something. We were adding the Harnett County Library. So I need to go back to layouts. I'm going to call it Harnett County Library. And I need to change it so it fits. I believe I don't have my link anymore. Let me go back and grab that really quick. Okay, and I'm going to paste it in here. Now we were trying to get that Bitmoji that was reading in, and that's when it crashed. So I'm gonna have to just save as image, and I'm gonna call it my book bit. So down here, drag it in place, and uncrop her. Now I don't like that I'm constantly on each side, so I can grab her and I can move it. Now again, she likes to travel fast, so you have to be really careful. And now she's on that side. Like you can see how that's exactly what I had done. Now to get the same background that I have been using in the rest of mine, I click on this one, which I am going to just select image when we're doing basic, and we were using the beach. So yeah, I have the beach, and it's going to adjust this so you can read it. And there we go. So again, you can use as many links. Personally, obviously, I've already had this linked, so I'm going to delete it. Sometimes you just played too much and you just need to delete and start over, and that is fine. So something else that I would like to show you is how you can insert a Google slide into whatever you created. So here are just some of the links that I chose. I have the HCS calendar, Lafayette's website, lunch menu. And again, if you're virtual, you don't need a lunch menu. So this is just kind of what works for you. And you can see how extensive I've done it. But again, this is not what you are expected to have exactly like mine. This is just something Miss Smith wanted me to show everybody. All right, so I am going to go to home, and I want to add a Google slide. So I did insert this Google slide, but I'm going to delete it just so that I can show you how I did it. So I'm going to come here, and I'm going to go to Drive. And once I'm in Drive, I'm going to search for my classroom. I believe I called mine Mrs. Christ. Mrs. Christ, 3rd grade. So I'm going to search that. I'm not finding it, so maybe I can look up classroom. Okay, so there's my little classroom. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to insert. I can also drag over. Just kidding, no you can't. You can click on it and click on insert. And there is now my classroom. So I am going to stretch it out. And this one I'm going to actually get as big as I can. So I'm actually going to pull this down until it look big. Now, I've learned that once it gets big, it's going to get real small and start cutting out the sides. So only make it so big. Sometimes you have to do it a little at a time. Okay, and so what I showed in the previous one, I did link library here. So whenever this is, you're actually on this real website and it's published, when you click library, it does bring you to the Harnett County Library, and as well as all of these things. There's a Google Meet link, Google Classroom, and then just Gmail. I do plan on adding other things into it, but this is what works for now. Now again, I like the shiplap background, which you don't even have to have one if you don't even want. You can just be white, but that's not how I roll. So I'm going to upload, and I have this one called shiplap, so I can just search for that right there. And now everything works. So that's how you insert a Google slide. Now, I personally like to create a new Google slide for each slide I want inserted. And the only reason I like to do that is because here, you can click once somebody's in here, they can click this button and change around the slides, and I don't like that. I want the slide that's been picked just to be the only one shown. So, for example, whenever I made my assignments, I created a Monday Google slide, Tuesday, all the way down to Friday, so that this isn't accidentally being clicked. This is where I plan on posting my things. So I might have like a math button, an ELA, and then content or just attendance or something like that. Again, this was created in Google Sites, this was created in Google Slides, and I just inserted it into Google Sites. And the best thing I love is once I update this here in actual Google Slides, it automatically updates it right here on the website. That is, I think, awesome, and I will love it. Another thing that I want to show you is this banner back here. You can click change image and do the same thing. So maybe I want to click, well, I'm not going to click it and change it, but thankfully they do have this reset. You can change the header type if you want. You can just do a title only and type whatever you want. You can do banner, large banner, cover, but I'm not, oh no. Okay, so I guess I'm going to show you how I uploaded mine. So I am going to find my banner that I used. I may have called it, oh, this is assignments. Now I'm going to have to think about where I put what I called that. Because it does get old and I start naming things like that. I don't see it. That's okay. For right now, we'll just leave it like this. Oh, I do have an undo button. Thank goodness for my undo button. And I know this is like the best thing. This little, I call these like my little diamonds. When I click on it, it makes it foggy. And I don't like that. And so I click on it and it cuts it out so it makes it the bright colors like I had. This is my classroom. I made this in Google Slides just like I showed you in the virtual open house. And linked it all that way as well. My Meet the Teacher, this is another favorite. So these are the slides that I created and sent to Miss Jones that she asked us to do for our Lafayette website. And all I did was, when I was in Google Slides, I just saved it as a picture. So I can show you how to do that now, so you're not having to create 5 different things over and over and over again. You don't need to do that. This is making it simple. So I'm going to go back to my Gmail, and I'm going to find and go to Slides. So now that I'm in Slides, I'm going to scroll and find my Meet the Teacher. And I'm going to, this I don't really need in my Meet the Teacher, so I'm going to click on my second slide, File, Download, and I like to download it as a PNG. So once that's downloaded as a PNG, it will bring it down here. So then all you need to do is go back to your site and click Images and click Upload. And again, I like to do all my files, and it comes up here. If I chose to do like a layout, I could drag this in, and I believe I could have dragged it in at the bottom, but I like to be sure that it's going to be the way that I want it. So here's my little image. I don't like it there, so then I can drag that and move it. How I did this here is I did insert, and you can scroll down more things. And here's where you can do slides as well, sheets. These are shortcuts as well. I clicked on image carousel, and I clicked my plus button, and I found my images saved from my computer. So that's how I created this. So then whenever you're in there, it goes through my photos. Calendar, I created these in PowerPoint, and I just saved them as images. Next time I'll probably just create it in Google Slides so that these things like this can be updated as they may change, as they always do.
I have assignments I showed you, stellar work, and then links. So again, mine, I feel like, I plan, this is every child's home base. They come here every single morning. They're going to get announcements. It may say, gym on Thursday, which normally we would have gym on Wednesdays. So then they know to wear sneakers. And this is their home base. And they're going to use Google Classroom in my room to turn in their assignments. But all their assignments can be found easily here. I think Google Classroom is great, but I feel Google Sites is a little bit more accessible and friendlier, and I just like it better on here. Last thing is I did a footer, and I put my contact. I put my email and then the school's phone number, just so that on every single page, if they ever think they need to contact me, this is where they can do that. So if your site's all finished, you're going to go to, what I like to do is I like to preview it. So click on that button. And this is just going to show you what it's going to look like to anybody with this link. And so I can see how these are linked. So I'm going to click on Library. And it brings you to the Harnett County Library. So that's a way you can make sure that your little hidden links work. And now, things like this, you're going to have to train your children like you would with any procedure. This is what you would do virtually. I meet the teacher. You can see my little image carousel working here, and they can click through the little pictures, and it automatically changes them. Again, you can come here for links. This is neat. So this is how it's on a computer. This is how it's going to look on a tablet. And then this is how it's going to look on a phone, which is great. And then when you're done previewing, you can X out. So I'm going to go to settings just to make sure there's nothing we need to do there. So we're going to click on these little pancake 3 dots, the small ones. And I am going to, no, I'm not. I'm going to do my plus person, share with others. I need to change my links to make it public so that so that the students can get to this at the beginning. But once they're into it, I would probably change it just to Harnett so that random people are not finding your site. But you can change it to public if you do one outside of that. So then my site's done, I'm going to publish it and publish. Now it's done. And I can take this link and share with everybody. And a way to do that is click on this little link button here, and then there's your link to copy and post in whatever platform that you're using. So again, the same people pretty much are familiar with this. The 3rd grade team can always help. Miss McDonald can help. I know Miss Kuzma has made a site as well. Miss Johnson in 4th can help. Again, it's best to create those bones for everything, and then you can get